I'm going to spin the wheel now and then we'll see what we end up making for this video. Of course, you'll be spoiled already with the title of the video. Oh, Earth Elemental. Okay. That's cool. You know, immediately I'm thinking like, you know, Gar from World of Warcraft. So definitely going to go somewhere in that direction. But yeah, so first things first, let's gather some references. A couple of references: the D&D depiction of what an Earth Elemental is, a Pathfinder mini. Here's Gar from WoW and a regular Earth Elemental from WoW. A couple of Rock Golem minis and some real world references as well. Now, of course, everything is just for inspiration, just to give me some direction. I'm not someone that really like I don't really draw or sketch out an idea beforehand. I usually just start sculpting and work from there. So we'll see where this goes. You know, this is a relatively simple mini, I think, and it shouldn't take too long. And now for the time-lapse portion of the video. Now, I'm always unsure about this portion, like how interesting is it to watch? Despite having a time-lapse being like one of the most viewed videos on my channel, I don't really understand, I don't get the appeal really, to be honest. I'd like to try make more entertaining videos, and you know, this is sort of an effort in that direction. But I'm really unsure about, you know, what it is people want to see when it comes to a time-lapse. And I'm sort of at a loss for words whenever I have to commentate over it. Like, I don't know what to say. For example, here I'm just moving some pieces around. I started off by creating like one rock shape initially, and then just manipulate and morph that shape, playing around with it and just seeing what I can see. You know, I initially thought Gar, but after looking at the references, you know, it's kind of hard to 3D print something that looked like that because, you know, all the pieces were sort of floating. So I went with more of a rock golem approach. So that's where it sort of headed more and more. You know, just like a basic humanoid type rock formation, I guess you could say. And, you know, the only difference between elemental and golem is, you know, one is something that occurs naturally and the other is a construct that's man-made. And, you know, technically, I'm a man that's making this right now, so I guess it is a golem. But nevertheless, you know, you could tell your players that it is a naturally occurring being, and then it's going to be an earth elemental, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, anyway, I don't really know what to talk about when it comes to these time lapses. I'll just sort of ramble on for a few minutes, but I have a feeling that it might get boring quickly. So I'm just going to say a few words and then I guess let the rest of it play out. But all I wanted to say is that trying a bit of longer form content with this Wheel of Monsters this time around. The shorts that I upload to Instagram Reels and TikTok haven't been doing very well, so you know, it's not very motivating to upload those videos if no one's gonna watch them. So I thought I'd try something new here, so please feel free to comment like what you'd like to see more of. I know some people have discussed about wanting to know more about my design process, but there is none really. Like, as you can see here, I'm just playing around with shapes, playing around with the digital model, just moving it around, you know, seeing what I see. And like, I spend like the first hour changing a lot of stuff, and you know, it slowly takes shape, but I could never predict what it would end up looking like in the beginning. And that's just like the way I work. Of course, you know, there are benefits to working with a sketch or like doing concepts beforehand. Like, things will be a lot more straightforward, a lot easier to follow and stuff like that. But, you know, I find that doing this is just more enjoyable, more fun. And I felt like doing something fun today because the past couple of days I've just been doing a lot of administrative stuff, really boring work with the new Patreon rewards set up, launching a tribes and all that stuff, and then the Kickstarter campaigns that I'm working on as well. You know, it's all the non-fun stuff that comes with being a content creator, where end of the day, all I actually want to do is just sculpt for you. So, but yeah, anyway, most of that's out of the way. I'm back to putting the work in to do some more models. I really want to do this more regularly, like the Wheel of Monsters stuff, but it's hard, right? Like I mentioned, the TikTok and Reels not doing very well. I don't know where to what kind of outlet I want to put for these guys. Like it's one thing just making the minis and putting them out there, but I think like there's a way of making what's the word? Trying to get more attention, right? So putting out more content related to the minis in the form of these videos is, you know, a strategy that I want to try and employ. You know, I'm relatively unknown at the moment, so anything helps, in my opinion. So we'll see. We'll see how this evolves over time. Like I said, not gonna be doing the shorts anymore. They're not worth it. So we'll see with these longer videos how they'll go, or if they're even interesting to watch. So yeah, back to the mini. Here I've got the bulk of the model down. As you can see, it sort of ended up looking more like a golem, like I said, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Here I'm just sort of blocking in the pose and proportions of all the parts. Yeah. And then later on, it's just a matter of polishing it up, really. So after this initial work and posing, I merged all the pieces together and just started polishing all the surfaces to make it look flattened in some areas. Because there's a tendency when you work with ZBrush and Dynamesh that things get very rounded and soft. So you just got to make sure to bring those edges back. And yeah, here's the final model. Hope you like it. It's going to be available for download in all the usual places. And yeah, thanks for watching and thanks for supporting and all that good stuff. Please let me know in the comments what you thought, and hope you have a wonderful day.